Hi everybody, welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. I hope you're all safe and well. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Dan Yukon, who is Head of Regional Sales, North America for Essential Life Solutions. And today we're going to talk about Essential Life Solutions' recent acquisition by Astrea Bioseparations. So, hi Dan, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing really well. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
It has been, yeah. In fact, the last time you and I met was almost a year to the day. I mean, maybe a few days after that now, actually, a year and a few days, because it was at BPI Boston, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's a whole different world we're living in right now from when we
Yeah,
saw each other.
it has changed dramatically in so many ways. And
Yes.
actually, we're going to be talking about how it's changed for you in particular shortly. But before we do that, perhaps you could tell people a little bit about your background and about Essential Life Solutions and when you started the business, why you started it, and a bit of history of the company.
Okay, so thank you. I started the business back in 1998, and at that time I was kind of mid-career. I grew up in a family business that was geared towards heavy metal fabrication up here in the Boston, Mass area. And at that time, there was a lot of migration away from heavy industry. One of our big accounts was Polaroid. And so now Polaroid really doesn't exist anymore, but they
No,
were
it
one of
doesn't.
our key accounts. So at the time, I was trying to look to steer the business into a growth area. And, we kind of started to look around, and biotechnology seemed like an interesting venue. So we started to poke around, and that was kind of the birth of Essential Life.
Right, okay. And so what attracted you to biotechnology itself?
So I hired a sales and marketing manager that had come out of the biotech industry, and we were trying to find out how we could gear our manufacturing into biotechnology. We were thinking at the time bioreactors or other process equipment, but biorelated. So we kind of went in that direction. But along with that, we were able to acquire from Biosepara, where my prior marketing manager came from, a line of columns that we became a distributor for. So that was kind of our entry into the market.
Right. And I mean, obviously, since '98, you started the business, so it's been quite a while now, so over 20 years. So, how have you seen the market changing over those 20 years?
The market has changed dramatically. There's been a lot of advances in all kinds of different directions in bioprocessing and drug delivery and drug discovery. At the beginning, my background is actually mechanical engineering, so I'm not heavy in science, which is a little bit like being a fish out of water,
I know the
in
feeling,
our
don't worry.
industry. But we had very good products, and we were distributing uh, both for Biosepara and also for YMC at the time, their products. And eventually, I bought the Biosepara product, and it became an in-house product. And over a period of time, we developed our own small-scale column and phased out the YMC product.
Right. Okay. And so, if you look at now, obviously things have changed a lot. So, how has COVID impacted you as a business? Since January, in terms of
Well,
both
it
your
was
sales.
sure. It was rather abrupt, like it was for everybody. We Nobody expected it, and it came on very suddenly. Uh, we found that most of our lab bench scientists were sent home, and we were wondering what was going to happen. But suddenly there was the big push for vaccine development, vaccine production, and we've been plugged in with a couple of the big players in the market for that. And fortunately for us, the gap that was created by the lack of the bench scientists working on the normal stuff, we refocused our sales and marketing efforts towards the vaccine effort.
Right. Now, let's talk about the acquisition by Astrea. So, how long has that been in the pipeline then, and how did that develop?
So in July 2018, I was approached by Prometic Biosciences, which is now Astrea, to distribute one of their product lines, pilot scale product line called Evolve. We had our own product line that was very similar, and there really seemed to be a conflict. But when I did an evaluation of what they had, it was so unique and so different that I got very excited about it. I dropped our own product and decided to run with that one. And it just was an instant success. It really is a great product, and it was a perfect fit for us. So we ran with that, and it's done very well for us.
Right. And in terms of the acquisition, how did that come about itself?
So when Prometic was acquired by KKR and became Astrea Bio, there was an initiative to grow a portfolio of biotech businesses. And Andy Davies, who's the sales and marketing manager for Astrea now, I believe recognized what we could bring to the table and enhance the efforts of Astrea in the U.S. And I think he pushed that initiative within the company to set up the possible acquisition of our company.
Right. So how long did it take to sort that out then, and when did it actually get finalized? And I interviewed Andy quite recently about the
Right.
acquisition. So it only became official a couple of weeks ago, didn't it?
Yes. The end of August, it actually became official. The serious talk started in early 2020, which strangely coincided with COVID. So we weren't sure how it was all going to shake down with that situation, but we worked and proceeded through the process, and were able to get it done, and we're really happy about it.
I'm glad to hear that. So how has that impacted your role within the organization? Because obviously it was your baby. It's now being acquired by someone. So how has that impacted you, and what's your role now within the organization?
Well, thank you for recognizing it as my baby, because I feel that way. And honestly, since 2018, I've been working with the Prometic Astrea Group, and they're a super group of people, not just a business, but the personalities have been a very good match, and we've worked very well together. So the transition from owner operator to employee has actually been very painless for me, and they've shifted my role from management and owner operator to more of a sales and marketing function, which really makes sense.
Right. And how do you see now then with the new business, the vision for the US? Because obviously that's your main focus now is North America. So what do you see the vision, and what initiatives is the company taking then?
So Astria already had a foothold in the U.S. They had have a sales rep in New Jersey, Mike Banua, and I've been working with Mike and his efforts, but it's mostly focused towards their resin portfolio. And now we're looking to expand that into more of a hardware business, combined with strengthening the presence with the resin portfolio business. So see a big opportunity for growth there.
Fantastic. So in terms of the portfolio now that you offer as part of Astrea, what does it cover now then? How broad is that portfolio?
So our core products at Essential Life, which is obviously now Astrea, we have a line of small scale laboratory columns, FPLC columns from 10 to 50 millimeter in diameter, called SNAP, that we launched in 2013. They're a homegrown, I'm actually the designer of the product, so very proud of that, and it's been very well accepted, and we have distributors all over for that product, and it's caught on well. 2 years ago, we started to offer the columns in a pre-packed format, so we're inching into that market, and I think Astrea is going to give us a lot of legs to push that forward and market that offering, in a much more broader sense. And then again, in 2018, we started selling their Evolve columns, and we'll just continue that going forward, and assist with the resin sales and kind of pull the whole portfolio together.
Fantastic. Well, that's what we've got time for. But if people do want to know more about both Astrea Bioseparations and Essential Life Solutions, there is a link above the video which will take you through to the website, so you can find out more about the portfolio and the different solutions there. If you've got any questions for Dan, either in terms of his experience in terms of starting his business and how it developed, because I think that's always interesting to talk to owner operators, particularly if they've been running a business for a number of years, to sort of get their experiences and their learnings over the years. Or if you want to know more about the portfolio itself, then please leave a comment below the video, and I'm sure Dan will be only too delighted to answer those questions for you. And all that's left for me to say, Dan, is thank you for your time. I know you're going to be at BPI Boston next week because Astrea have got a booth there. So people can also catch up with you next week at the booth if you've got any other questions. Enjoy the weekend. I know you're a big Celtics fan, but I'm a Heat fan, so I really want the Heat to win the playoffs and get to the final. So, and I'm also a Lakers fan actually, so hopefully they both will win. I'll have a really good NBA final. So, and also I don't want the Patriots to win, but obviously. But apart from that, I hope you have a lovely sporty weekend anyway. And thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you found that interesting. And as always, stay well and stay safe. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.